Hello, this is Matthew, or with Amnesia. I'm doing episode 5. Hopefully, it comes out before Christmas. Gotta do more detail on this. So, I'm at a crucial point in the journey here where my guy's at the 15, and you start do dead mines. So, if you're horde, you a bit, earlier in that, but 13, you can do the first dungeons and stuff, right? And, starting to amass a bunch of greens and uncommon items, stuff that's usually helpful, makes your character so you can be quite confident in your ability out the world. Normally, if you didn't have a class that's mostly just dictated by your build, you don't even need items. Pardon me, as a warlock or a rogue, mainly or a mage. I think maybe as a priest, I think at the wand, that's about it. But yeah, another group looks like doing something. And this time is when you do a bunch of planning. I think this first time on the server here, and I was like thinking about like dungeons, thinking about probably how to, all these little things, and just enjoying the process. Like remember all these little things. Like they're all relevant in this. They're all relevant. These little items. I just like enjoy it so much when the world's together. I always want the world to feel like it's together, not apart, and every little piece would make sense with itself. Maybe a bit dead horse beating on it, right? But I think it's really important, and because everybody's looking for the same thing here. And this is MMORPG. Everyone's together, right, doing the same thing more or less, right? I think drop rates will be different with these games, so that everyone looks slightly different. Say if a bunch of bots all fall in the same, you get random drop rates and look slightly different. Sometimes it doesn't look quite the same. Maybe an unintended result, or maybe preferred. Maybe developer, I don't know. But having there's that meme guild from the beginning there. Having things have diversity of option, like the World of Warcraft, in a sense, where you'd have a bunch of starting zones, and there's theoretically supposed to be equal or an opportunity, or at least the core of them. Some are better than we're exploring. This poke my head into the Duskwood there. That's funny. I got another level, so it's doing bandages and stuff like that. Looks like it's where you make plans and stuff, right, to expand out, and you get your core. You can do most of the features of the game now. You get your combat cycle, your expansion cycle, your core, where you go out in the world and you're pretty confident in your ability. You can do most of what you can, what you set out to do. And you're like a miniature, like full-fledged version. If you're like I don't know, if it was a dog, because like a large puppy, I guess. Or small, adolescent, I guess you could say, right? You can do everything, but not in a very good capacity. It's this ghost hunting quest, or I don't know if it's like a seasonal thing or not, but I guess there's something, I don't know what the deal is. I can't remember very much of these details, but there's a ghost thing. Maybe it was a quest that people were doing, leveling. Maybe it was a stage in the server everyone was doing it, because people, before I missed it a bit, there was a guy in the Westfall who was auction houses. Look at that. The guy does the quest and he brings out the auction house. People all do the same quest, the same progression place. All feels the same, I guess. Temporary. It's a temporary part of the server history. Selling stuff. I remember I used to sell to those greens to vendors, like not on the auction house, and it wouldn't be on the auction house. And it took forever. I remember getting this. It was in the wetlands. It was like the executioner's sword, and it was you could buy off a vendor. It was green, and I think I was giving it to my brother. He played at times. Those ancient times of retail, and it's like, so all these greed items, all stuff to buy this like 1 gold on this vendor. Executioner sword, right? That was a big deal. I spent all this stuff. I could sell those on the auction house for all those greens, for way more money, right? That's kind of funny. But I like that. Like when you have to pinch your money a bit more, right? But it's, relatively speaking, those things should probably be a bit more viable than what the vendors sell them off as, right? But that's kind of neat, though. It's all these little things. It's kind of neat because these things usually they don't quite drop. It's kind of like always screenshots, just these little pieces. It's pretty neat, I wish that I actually in Diablo series, that you can wear all the different pieces of armor depending on what class you are. Generally speaking, I like that a lot. Or RuneScape has different rules for things. Kind of maybe arbitrary, right? But the shovel, some of kind of so on the tongue or a little bit, or cheek or whatever. Oh, the first death. Look at that. I guess I died or whatever, right? And what was this? Fighting something, and then knuckle duster. Oh yeah, those get you. Eh? I guess I was fighting through the quest there, and yeah, almost leveled up there. What was it? Look at that. And yeah, on the beach, looks like. Oh damn! I'm gonna have to level up next screenshot. Anything I kill basically level up. What was it? Yeah. Oh, I remember this area. Oh, I remember these murlocs. Whatever. Right? I think it was on the L1 forest though. It was retail, and it was these ghost areas, and getting the sense of everything was amazing when I was a little kid. In a sense, it was like when I was 12, it was like, wow, I didn't know anything, but the sense of mystery, like green items dropped, it was like a belt, whatever. Like my sister was playing, like, oh, can I have that? Can I have that? You know, for my character, I didn't know how valuable it was. It felt valuable though. Wow, I'm like basically almost level 16 in this, but yeah, oh, there's a rare or a quest. There's another other guy who's a rare. I like that little thing where you have little rares. I think if you could, I thought you could be reading people thought where you could kill a bunch of stuff and you would spawn like a rare. You could force rare things. I think if there's more depth to that, you have like a smattering of NPCs or mobs, whatever, right? Enemies in groups, whatever, right? But then there's usually like a rare or a chest or a little knick-knack thing. It'd be neat if there's a little extra thing, almost like if you, not like where it's super arbitrary, but almost like maybe like in dungeons they have a rare. It spawns, in this game where it's kind of like you don't know it not, right? But if there's something extra like that, you have like extra layer. How there's like common items, there's like green items, and there should be like something like rare. I know some rares drop, rare items, blues, right? They're bind on equip, right? And you can sell them like the one in the saltwater flat. Oh no, the place in the Thousand Needles that has a racetrack. There's a Invincible Iron Spine, whatever his name is. He drops stuff like that, but I just thought these things are so neat, all these little, I guess like they're like almost like +1 or like fine items, I guess, like that. Yeah, and I was eating something here. I was like doing these videos just so that I can help myself remember too, because I'll eventually, probably you can't really remember what you forget. So yeah, it's almost like a little like voiceover of this little screenshots going by. Hopefully not too slow, but yeah, little progress here. This is in this is like a little vendor they put outside of Dead Mines. Yeah, so you could trade with it. It's more, it has a little hub, I guess, right? I always thought there'd be neat if there's more depth to it. It felt like World of Warcraft, you have like these, it's like a miniature version, like a theme park, and it just like feels that it's like a small representation of a larger world in a sense. It's a film, there's a little Easter eggs, how big it is, right? But I always felt my game you should try to make it big, where it would make sense. Like an actual field wouldn't just be like a person's little like crop. It'd be like an actual field that could look like it could field a bunch of people, So it's more close to realism, but still somewhere in between where it's a slightly smaller version of real life, so it's not crazy to make, but also enjoyable. It's basically bigger, right? Not shrunken down. Oh, some type of conversation here. Just guild looks like leveling guild. They found something. Some of blue. Or just going through that. Yeah. So it's always felt, they just always wanted more depth. I understand it's kind of for employees you gotta spread the butter a bit thin, I guess. But always like that. You just go back to an area and just kind of put another layer of depth to it. There's more little things to find. That's a good idea. So like my idea is just make an area and kind of slowly add expansion switch like that, but it never really turns out like that. It kind of loses its single vision usually, and the world ends up kind of fractured. So like Tolkien had a kind of a single world, like there's the world map, right? Imagine how everything all connected feels the same as like one artistic style. It feels together, not like a hodgepodge of different things, right? And that's an important detail. So the world feels connected, like these connection points. I think Thor was the first flight master. I can't remember, but yeah, finally getting the flight points together, and I'm off to go to another area. I think that's Westfold done, I think, or maybe over to Redridge. Anyway, this is Matthew. Bye for now. Take care. Have fun. Signing out till next time, and hopefully another episode sometime next week. And yeah, bye.